Hey everyone, it's Tracy here, back with another Know How Friday video. Today I'm going to be making a card based on the colors from the Facebook inspiration team Lawnscaping blog hop. So I'm going to be starting with a craft piece of cardstock, and I just cut that down to 5.5 by I believe 3.5 inches. And I'm going to prep that by rubbing it with the powder tool from EK Success. This is because I'm going to be embossing on it, and I just don't want any stray embossing powder pieces anywhere on there. And I'm going to be using the A Birdie Told Me stamp set from Fawn, and I'm going to stamp each of the speech bubbles, or 3 of them, I should say, not all of them, but 3 of them with Versamark ink. I'm going to go ahead and lay out how I want my speech bubbles to look on the card, just so that I don't stamp one and then all of a sudden run out of room when I'm on my last speech bubble. So then I'll go ahead and repeat the same thing for the other 2 speech bubbles, just inking them up and then stamping them with the Versamark ink. Alright, and then the embossing powder I'm going to be using is the gold from American Crafts. It's Zing embossing powder. Hopefully this counts as a brown. I think it's close enough, and I don't think I have a brown embossing powder. So gold will have to do. And then I'll go ahead and heat emboss that. And then I'm going to use my powder tool once again just on that bottom speech bubble, because I'm going to be stamping the letters H and I for high in there. And this is the Quinn's ABCs set from Fawn. So I'm going to use my Versamark ink once again to stamp those right in the middle of that speech bubble. And then for this one, I'm going to be using this yellow embossing powder, also from American Crafts. And then once I get that on there, I will go ahead and heat emboss that as well. Now I have a strip of this yellow polka dot cardstock. This is from the Let's Polka 6x6 paper pad. And I'll go ahead and put some adhesive on that, and then that is going to go right on the left hand side of the card base. Okay, and then I can put some adhesive on the back of my craft cardstock piece, and then adhere that to the far right hand side of my card base. And I just used my ATG gun for that. You could use any adhesive. Alright, so a few final touches because I want to keep this card pretty clean and simple. I didn't have any yellow sequins, so I decided I was going to use the clear sparkling sequins. I'm just going to kind of scatter those all along my card and then adhere them down with the Tombow Mono Multi Glue. You could also use glossy accents to adhere those down, or the multi-matte medium. And then one last step is to take the yellow stickles, and I'm just going to fill in the sentiment, so the space in the H and the I. And then of course you're going to want to let this dry completely before you mail it or anything like that, just because the stickles will be sticky and stick to your envelope, which you definitely do not want to happen. So that is my finished card for today. Don't forget to check out the blog hop that is going on. I will link to that below. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel. And then make sure you check out these 3 videos that I have linked for you below. I will see you next time. Bye!